to talk about mixing mortar by hand. That's what we're doing today. Okay? So this is one of those things that seems like it's just throw some water in there, throw the hoe in there and be fine, and I've watched kids do it wrong over and over and over again. Okay? There's two things that we're trying to do. The main two things that we're trying to do when we mix mortar by hand is, one, be efficient. We want to be fairly quick with this. And two, we want everything to be a uniform mix, meaning being equal all the way through. So one of the top mistakes that kids make all the time is they just hoe across the top of the mortar, and the only thing that's really mixed is the top. We want to get a consistent mix all the way through. All right, so step one. I've got my bag right here, and I usually just take the hoe, and what I'll do is I'll poke a hole using the edge of my hoe all the way through. Okay, my bag is open. Now, from there, we just pick her up, let it all slide out. So, something I should talk about first. Before you put the mortar in the wheelbarrow, and I've already done this, you always wet it, okay? We'll wet it. And actually, what I'm also gonna do is add the water first. Normally, what I would do is, if I mix, just like with the mixer, I'll wash out the wheelbarrow and I'll leave that water right in here and just use it for my next one. But this is my first one. So we're gonna drop a little water in. Now I'm almost sure that this is not gonna be enough, but I always wanna err on the side of too dry because I always can add more in. The problem is, if you add too much, you can't pull water out. Okay, there we go. Now, as you can see, all the mortar is to one side of the wheelbarrow. I've done this on purpose. Now, what I'm gonna do is pull all of this to the other side of the wheelbarrow, and every time I do it, I'm gonna take a little amount because I wanna get it equal every time, and that way I can be more consistent with it. You should hear the hoe scrape the bottom of the wheelbarrow every time. That way I know I'm getting all the way to the bottom. And just to give you an idea of something that I see a lot that I don't like is this. When you do this, what happens is that you mix the top, but you don't get the bottom. That's why you should hear the scrape every time. Okay, we brought everything to one side. And as you can see, we got the dry over here. We're gonna address that right now. So I will end up with nothing, and we'll baby set it back over. Baby step it back the other way. I'll do it one more time. That's it. That went pretty quick because we did it. We were real efficient with it. Little steps, not a lot of hoeing around, and we got a nice consistent mix all the way through. All right, good job.